James Melendez, James the Wine Guy. Purpose of this video is about Texas wines, so stay tuned. So if I'm going to talk about Texas wines, I need a bottle of Texas wine right here. Very important to do. Now I will point out that I really think it's important to call out wine regions that I think are upcoming, but also that have worked really, really hard to get a polish to their wines. And Texas is one of these regions who has worked hard. Now, I was just in Dallas, and so I really want to see what's on the wine list of restaurants there. And surprisingly few Texas wines. And so I did a mini wine tasting there. It was a lot of fun, and loved the audience. They were great because a lot of questions came from that, and that's what I was really excited about. I don't think I would have really seen that here in California. I would have had questions, but not like that. I definitely would have had questions if it were here in California, but not like in Texas. So I've done this several times in Texas, and I really enjoy the audiences there. And I think it's a great appreciation, a great audience there for wines. Now, and I also get this, very interesting thing. It's like, what is my opinion of Texas wine? And just like any other wine region, I think many wine regions have great wines, and sometimes they don't. And Texas is no exception. But I would say this: Texas is working very hard. Texas producers like Dukeman are working very hard to, get that image, uplifted to the next level of wine production, and I think producers like Dukeman are working really hard showing what Texas wineries and producers can do. I think it's a really important endeavor. It's really hard to do, but it's also worth doing. Now, Dukeman has a philosophy of using only Texas grapes. Now, that shouldn't be surprising because a lot of states throughout the United States, you'll have, say, a producer in Arizona that might import grapes from California or New Mexico or so forth. And but I think that's par for the course. That happens everywhere. But I think ultimately it's really important to call out that I think producers have this in Texas, like Dukeman, have this belief of producing Texas wines from Texas grapes, and I think that's the lineage that they want to link to in terms of that foundation mark. And Texas has 9 AVAs: Bell Mountain AVA, Escondido, Fredericksburg in the Texas Hill Country, and that's called out because there are 2 Texas Hill Country AVAs: Texas Davis Mountains, Texas High Plains, Texas Hill Country, as well as Mesilla Valley, which is primarily New Mexico but also extends into Texas, and Texoma, which is primarily in Texas but a very small portion in Oklahoma. So let me show you in a map where these regions are located, and you'll see right here. So you see Texas Hill Country right here, Fredericksburg, and Texas Hill Country, which is much larger, Bell Mountain. Texoma is right in this area, Texas-Oklahoma border area. High Plains in this area, Mesilla Valley, New Mexico, and Texas. Texas Davis Mountains, and Escondido Valley right there. And that map's really important to look at because I think a lot of people, if they're thinking of regions like maybe Dallas, Fort Worth area, or Houston, which would not be a great area for growing Vitis vinifera grapes. It's just simply too humid, too hot. And Texas is doing quite a bit of different wine varieties. So it's a small production of about 3,200 acres that are online, about 100 producers, and you find everything. You'll find, of course, mainly Vitis vinifera, but a few hybrid grapes as well. There's Aglianico, there's Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Carignan, Chardonnay, Chenin Blanc, Gewürztraminer, Grenache, Malbec, Merlot, Montepulciano, and I'll actually just finish out because I could read many more grapes in between. You'll find Semillon, Syrah, Touriga Nacional, Viognier, and Zinfandel, just to name a few. So in the 1650s, in the Mesilla Valley area in Texas, New Mexico, you find that Franciscan missionaries planted the mission grape, the mission vine in this area, and they needed it for sacramental purposes. And hence that's the long lineage for having the wine grapes being planted there from the very beginning. And unfortunately, Prohibition really did, like most states, knock out any sort of the wine grape production. But it's back, and I think producers like this are really serious about what they're doing, their craft. And I've seen videos on the winemaker. He seems to be a really just a committed bright, intelligent individual, and what I see in the glass here is fantastic. So stay tuned for more. Again, I'm going to do another video on this particular wine right here. This has been an amazing 2014, tasting wines from every region, near and far, regions that I taste from rarely and those that I taste from often. And I'm coming away just really astounded by the quality level and the superb artistic level. And I think this is the best time to be tasting wines. Thank you so much for watching me today. You'll find me on many social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram and WordPress. Stay tuned for more. Do me a favor, give a like to this video, share the video, and subscribe to my video channel. Thank you again for watching again. Salut.